Okay, so this is a quick explanation of the fs-gt5. Okay, so this is a 6-channel radio. So channel 1, 2, 3. So this one is a 3-position channel. 1, 2, 3. All right. 3. Which one's the 4? Blah, 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 blah. Right here. Oh, this is 3, and that one's 4. Anyway, so this be like a on and off. All right. And then these two knobs, it'll be channel 5 and 6. There you go. All right. So what are the settings here? So I'm just gonna walk through them real quick. Um, the model, you can put up to 20 cars here. The name of whatever model that you took. Reverse, it's everything self-explanatory. When you hit the wheel, the servo goes left or it goes right. That's what it does. EPA end point adjustment. How far when you turn the steering wheel, the servo is gonna go. Okay. Sub trim, it's how you control that the endpoint but on the fly. So like you can just like that's what it does. And then DR, which is literally this button right here. It's not a channel, but so what it do, it'll go from 0 to 100. So in a nutshell, let's say it's on 0, right? When you pull the steering wheel, let me do it here on the fly. It's at 100 right now. So when you steer, the wheel will turn all the way out. But if you bring this to 0, it's gonna turn just very little bit. Barely nothing. Let's do 50%. Let's do back to 100. Now that is useful. So when you're gonna do like speed runs, if you're gonna do a speed run, right? Let's say you are all the way down at the end. I bring this down to 30. In my case, I bring it down to 30. Why? Because the vehicle's moving so fast, a very small input is gonna reflect a big turn on the car, probably sliding, skidding off the rails, off the road. You're gonna fly this thing, right? So you want like a really minimum adjustment on the wheel, right? With a big end of adjustment over here. So let's bring it back to 30 to show you guys how it look like. There. Now I don't go that far. I just do this much of movement. That's all I need. Okay, let's say that would be 100. Then just a very small input on the wheel. It'll reflect a really huge input on the tire. And when you see the car going all crazy and stuff, then you're gonna be under control, like, oh shit. And then that's gonna happen, and then oh shit's gonna happen. You're gonna turn this into a shit. All right. Now let's continue over here. Okay, so that's exponential. In a nutshell, it's like lag. Let's say nobody just uses that, so I ain't even gonna talk about it. But yeah, let's do it. So I hope you guys knows about turbo lags, right? When you punch the gas pedal, the cars go woo, but you don't see the horses or the power, right? Until it boosts up. So that's what it does. ABS, just like a car, regular car. When you slow down, the car's gonna go like boom, 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 boom. ABS. All right, and then you have over here, which is highlighted, trim. Y'all guys know what trim is. Fail safe, y'all guys know what fail safe is. You can do fail safe, all 6 channels. Retarded. Crawl. So crawl, I got it off because on this channel, well, on this model, that's model 3, my felony. Obviously, it's not a crawler, so it's off. But I'm gonna show you what in a second what it is. SVC, I forgot what it stands for, but that's the gyro input. Traffic calls it TSM. Spectrum, they call it AVC. I'm real. Generic gyro system. So let's go through it, right? Come on, remote stay right there. So here you turn it on and off. Neutral calibration, okay. Reverse. So this is what I do. All right. Let's say you drive, right, and this car is going, let's say 50 mile an hour, right? And then a gust of wind hit it on the nose, or you hit a rock or something that the car deviated from its course, and now it's facing that way. So the gyro is going to move the wheel so that it goes right back to its heading. Okay, all that it's inflicted by, let's say you full throttle it all the way down, and just because you burning all four tires, the car is going to do a donut. So the gyro is going to keep it straight. That's what it do. So look at the wheels. See how it's moving on its own. Now I'm gonna pull that way. Watch the wheel turn this way. Now vice versa. See? The wheels is trying to keep the nose facing to where it is facing right now. What? That is gyro? Damn, I did not know that. Yeah, so that is really important on everything. Okay. It, it it does wonders. Okay. Without that, no car in this world, or RC cars, right? That matter, will not go straight at least 25 miles an hour. Hell, 20 on the off road. So that's what it do. Okay. You control that here in the settings. Where I come back on. Steering gain. Okay, all the way to 100. Let's see over here now. Now that is way too much of a correction. So I like to do 30. Come on. 35. I'll leave it at 35. All right. So that's what it do. And then let's keep going back down. Throttle gain. All right. Now what throttle gain is? I cannot explain it right now because I'm in my garage, but I'm gonna explain it in a way. So, shit, I got hand up there. All right, throttle gain. Okay, so throttle gain. Let's believe this is my car right here, right my hand. You floor it, and then the car's gonna start going forward, right? Also start deviating sideways. The receiver is going to throttle down the car so that it doesn't keep going and becomes a flying donut down the road. So what it do, it steps off the gas so that it will auto correct together with the gyro and then with the throttle input. So it'll recover back its traction and then it'll regain its attitude. Okay, now let me explain that in another way. You going straight, right? Your car gets sideways, right? If you don't step off the gas, now you're literally drifting. Now, if you're drifting, that would have been intentional, okay? But if you're not drifting, right, you just want to go straight. Your car starts getting sideways. Then you need to let go of the gas pedal so you can grab traction back again, or at least the wheels can regain the same velocity that you're going same velocity with the road, so you can grab traction, and then once the car straighten out, then it'll receive input from the trigger. Okay, now that it's adjusted from 0% to 100. Okay, if you put it to 100, the car is gonna cut throttle completely. If you do 50, obviously it's gonna dethrottle 50%. If you do 0, it's gonna keep going. The reason why I got a 0 is because I don't do a speed run with this car yet. I only do donuts, so I don't need my car to be cutting off on throttle, because then I'm not doing drift. I want to drift, so I got that completely off, right? Obviously, the bigger you go on a car, you want that number higher if you're doing speed runs. You don't want to get sideways doing 100 mile an hour down the strip. Okay. Now you got priority. Priority. I had to burn no servo for me to understand what it do. Okay. Now this is about the tougher one I can explain. Um, so it goes with the gyro. It's about the most important setting when you're driving an off-road car, say like an Outcast or my Creighton. Okay, let's say you're going full send, you going forward, right? You doing full throttle. The car is about to pop a wheelie. You shredding all four tires. The car is just eating dirt, right? And then you're like, okay, I want to turn now. Okay, let's say you had all this setting turned on. Right, the car's gonna turn very slight. It will not turn as hard as you want because of the gyro. Um, okay, the gyro, its job, main job is to keep the car going straight. Okay, it prevents it from drifting. Okay, all together with the throttle gain as well. And then the gyro is gonna do its thing. Now let's say you set that up to, like, I got mine at a 65. Let's say you got that at 100, right? So what that does is, like, it's like you're the driver. This is the car. The remote is the middleman. Okay. Um, so it's like you're having a conversation with the remote. Both of you want to control the car. You're not driving the car. You're telling the controller what you want to do. The remote is gonna tell the controller what to do. That's how this radio operates. So let's say you got that to 100, right? And the car is doing its thing, and you got the system trying to keep the car going straight, right? Let's say you have 100% of authority. That's just called priority. I call it authority. This priority, I call authority. So you have 100% of the authority of the vehicle to turn. So like when you turn, right, the car is gonna tip over. All right. The receiver's job is to keep the car straight, and with the word straight, it means straight on its four tires. Not like that. Or like this. Or like that. To keep it straight on its four tires. Alright? If you have that on 0%, then the remote has way more authority than you have over the car. So like when you're going fast, right, and going straight, and you want to steer, let's say you want to dodge a tree or something, the remote's gonna be like, you know what? Nah, I have more authority than you have over the car, so I'm not gonna allow the car to capsize, to flip over. He doesn't know that you're going to a tree, but he's gonna go hit the tree, right? That's his job, to keep it straight. Okay, so if you wanna do donuts and stuff like that, then you set that to 100. I got mine at 65 because it's good enough for me to drift. Okay. Now, in another word, another saying, let's say explanation two. Uh, the higher that number, the smaller the turn you can do. But the smaller the turn, it means you got more chances of flipping over, and you have more authority over the car, over the remote. Okay. The lower that number means that the controller has more authority than you as the driver, and then he's gonna control the car. Okay, it's gonna keep the car within its parameter, so it doesn't flip over, it doesn't get like sideways, it kind of like makes the car run like an F1. Keep it straight, nice, steady. So basically it. All right. What's next? Oh, that was the last setting. All right. I hope y'all guys understood everything. It's 15 minutes already, so I'm just gonna cut this off right now. Dudes.